Hey, Michael here from Beer Baseball Blog, the adventures of craft beer and baseball. This is the Beer Baseball Blogcast, episode 25 for October 20th, 2020. Wherever you are watching us live today, please give us a like and a comment. Let us know that you're out there. And as always, we'd appreciate if you subscribe and turn on notifications. Let's get to the lineup card for today.
All right.
First up, Angelo Trinidad from Aliso Viejo, California. We're going to do some fun facts here. So, Angelo, what is the last playoff game that you were at? And what is your World Series prediction? We are going head to head with the World Series. We're getting so big.
Yeah, we are going head to head with the World Series. So, the last playoff game I went to was the NLDS. It was October 2nd, 2014. The last time the Angels made the playoffs, unfortunately.
ALDS. You said ALDS.
Sorry, ALDS.
That's right. I was just like, wait.
Yep. And it was against the Kansas City Royals.
Yeah.
And it was Angels baseball game experience like no other. The electricity, the energy of the crowd. I actually bought an Angels hat with the postseason patch on it at that game, and I tried to find it to wear today, but obviously I couldn't find it. And like Mike said before the show, I'll find it when I don't need it anymore. But
hey, Angelo, was that the Friday night game?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, I was there too.
Yeah. So, and then I remember, they lost 3-2, and I remember drinking my sorrows away after the game, drinking and eating my sorrows away after the game at what used to be called the Nationals and was OC Sports Grill at the time.
Yes.
So drowned my sorrows in some garlic parm tots and some beer. But yeah, that was my last playoff game attended. And my World Series prediction. And this was a hot take according to Daniel of All Angels podcast. But I said Dodgers in 5. Yeah, so there's a thumbs up. I said Dodgers in 5. And the only game that the Rays are going to win is the game that the Dodgers are going to pitch by committee, which is usually when they start dust in May, kind of similar to what they did Game 7. So, and I asked Daniel to screenshot our conversation and tweet it when my prediction comes true. So.
Nice.
And also, he said when I initially texted me, he's like, "Wow, not even Dodger fans are being, that generous." And it's like, well. I said, the Dodgers have something to prove, and I wouldn't be surprised if they sweep them. And then he texted me back, "Hey, I just got a text from Gooby," and Gooby also said Dodgers in 5. So great minds think alike.
Yeah. So Mark Gubiza. Yeah, exactly. Nicely done. So as a good manager, I won't say great because I'm not a great manager, but as a good manager, I've actually moved myself up in the lineup. As you probably see right here. So I am Michael Mondragon from Sierra Madre, California. And the last game that I went to was actually October 4th, 2019. It was when Strasburg versus actually faced Clayton Kershaw in Game 2 of the NLDS. So the Nationals beat the Dodgers 4-2. And so like a lot of Dodger fans won't let me go to games because usually the only game I go to, the Dodgers lose. But I went to both of the Dodgers wins in the World Series against the Astros and Red Sox. So I saw Max Muncy's home run in the 18th. So that was one of my all-time favorite games that I ever been. Actually, 18 innings. That was actually
two games. Yeah.
That's the greatest game. What game could you possibly go to compare that unless you see the Cardinals win a World Series in person?
Yeah, that would be it. But as far as baseball goes, it was one of the greatest games I'd ever seen of all time. And
the greatest games of all time. Come on.
Yeah, it was definitely historic for many reasons.
Yep.
And my prediction is I'm super rooting for the Rays, but my baseball mind says Dodgers in 5. So mark that down.
Wow.
Next up, Kevin Lyon, Anaheim, California.
Sir.
All right, what's your predictions and what was your last game?
The last game I went to, I actually went with you and a couple of our other friends. A fun thing about going to playoffs, when you can go to games, is Dodgers would have a lot of home games. It'd be weekday games at like 2:00.
Right.
So literally, the last game I went to was Game 4 of the NLDS in 2016. The Dodgers against the Nationals. It was like a Wednesday afternoon, I think, at like 2:00. And because people were at work, we got 4 or 5 of us got tickets for like $22 or something like that in the top deck. And it's just like, that's such a deal. It's like, I usually would never want to go to a Dodger game. I'm like, it's a playoff game. That price, I'll take the day off and go. Why not? And that was,
and I remember actually it wasn't 2:00 because that would have been in the afternoon. I swear it was like 11:00.
It was. I checked.
It was super early.
It wasn't like 2. I did check. It was like 2:00. I remember them going that early, but they've done over the years a lot of afternoon games at like 2 or 1:00 in the afternoon, because 2 would be 5 Eastern, and they like to do a 5 Eastern game and then an 8 Eastern game usually. From what I recall, it was.
Remember, there was 3 games on that day, so I think it was 1 Eastern. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, that's why East Coast game first, and then they would come out here. I don't ever see them do an 11:00 game, but who knows?
Yeah, it was.
Anyway, my prediction: I could never say the Dodgers, pretty much no matter what. So I'm rooting for this team right here.
Wow, look at that! Nicely done.
Old school.
There you go. Found it. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Rays. I'll stay in 6. I don't know about I'll see. I mean, saying 6 daring, but pitching wins these things. The wild card for me is Charlie Morton, because that guy, it looked like this guy was all right, but then he's had some great postseason action. And Dodgers have all this experience, but they've never pulled it off. And right now, like what I'm seeing, Glasnow's doing well, so who knows what's going to happen. I'm just hoping for the best. Hope for the, partly because I don't want to hear Dodger fans coming after me again.
Yeah.
You have to hear it every year being an Angel fan. Like, come on, come to our side. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I remember at the I think it was at the over the break. I remember they got Hunter Renfroe. Remember Blake Snell was like, oh my God, like he was all mad about it, losing Tommy Pham. They're in the World Series. That's how that works.
So Angelo, I had a Dodger fan. We went to the Angels game in 2014. I had a Dodger fan come to me saying, because that was like my first ever playoff game I've ever been to. And he's like, oh, if you're a Dodger fan, you can go every year. And I'm like, you like you or Wyatt will not want to become a Dodger fan.
I've actually been to quite a few Dodger playoff games too, because
I've been to a couple. I've been to more than one, I think. But
because I have friends that have season.
Yeah. We got Angelo in here. All right, so
hammer time.
Is this dramatic?
Well, Bubble Pug is here.
Hey!
All Angels Podcast, as always, is here. David, thank you for joining again tonight. Now, Angelo's coming back because we definitely have to give a big thanks to this man, Chad M, who actually gave us some gifts that we're going to be opening up while we're in our next segment. And also Colin Duncan is here. And thank you for joining again. We know we're going against the World Series. As I get Angelo back
I have
here.
it on the background. This is like the first game I've watched all year.
Yeah. So
no score, by the way. Spoiler alert.
No score. So watch us simultaneously. We'll be here for the next hour-ish. And so we'll have some fun here.
Let me say, would you rather hear Joe Buck or rather hear us?
Yes, exactly.
For sure,
Come on.
For sure.
Exactly.
For sure.
So we said let's go to what are you drinking and what are you wearing tonight? And actually, we have a gift. So I'm actually going to I'm going to do this. I actually was going to preview this last week, but Kevin Lyon gave me this last year.
Oh, there you go.
For Christmas, and it's one of the dugout mugs. Now, I was going to use it for the first time last week, and of course, I had a senior moment, and I forgot.
And I did too. I liked you, and then right after the show, and I'm like, Michael, I've been bugging you for months to use this thing.
I know. I've been waiting for the right time, and the right time came and passed. And but
that's because I wait to see what's in that other one you have there.
Well, yeah, exactly. So I have my beer tonight in here. But we all have a gift from Chad M. He actually was nice enough to get us some Pro Debut to open, and he gave us all. Look at that, so nice.
I took the foil part of my name on it, so I know
Okay.
I know it's usually for me. But
Okay, so we're gonna open these up. So I'm actually gonna go with Angelo. So he's gonna open up his and talk about his beer. Let me switch
And
this
hey,
out.
let's fill that baby up with whatever beer you got.
That's it. So
All right.
Angelo, you're up.
Yeah. So tonight
got?
I'm drinking from
Let's
Mother
ice-
Earth. From
Let's
Mother
ice
Earth.
take you first. Let's
Yeah,
see what you got.
So I'm drinking tonight from Mother Earth Brewing Co. The Cali Creamin' Vanilla Cream Ale,
Yep.
5% ABV with 20 IBU. It's actually very good. I was telling Michael earlier when I first took a sip, the vanilla is very apparent, so it's not something I would sit there and drink a whole 6-pack of, but it's very good nonetheless. And Kevin, since you mentioned the orange creamsicle is even better, or you like it better, I'm gonna pick that up, and that's gonna be my beer next week. So
right on.
So going to the dugout mug, and I've always wanted one of these. And actually, when I told my wife that that we got gifted these, she said, "Well, great. There goes my Father's Day gift idea for you next year."
Well, hey, you know what? There's many different variations you can get of these.
Yeah.
Well,
this is awesome. So,
look at that!
With the Angels
there it
logo.
is. Very good.
This is so cool, and it's
engraved
on the other side. Oh my God!
Wow.
Yeah.
Personalized. Very nice.
Personalized. So wow, Chad M. I am blown away. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That is awesome. Cool. That is awesome. And that'll definitely make the beer taste better. That's for sure, right?
Oh my gosh. This is so cool. Wow. Chad M, thank you so much.
Oh my goodness. I'm waiting to see. Mine might be the exact same one. I just put my name on it.
And also I wanted to let you guys know, and you may not know this, and when I looked it up, this beer that Angelo is drinking is actually, there's a nitro version of it.
Oh.
So I really want to try that one because
I
mean, this one was too strong vanilla wise to drink like more than one. But if it's on nitro, for those who don't know, the nitro version, I think it has nitrous oxide, right? Is that
Mm-hmm.
So the actual carbonation in it is much different, and really it has a really kind of interesting taste, more like a mouthfeel to it. So I definitely would definitely try that one.
I don't know if I know I had it on draft once, but I don't remember if it had nitro in it or not. But I remember I'm like, oh, this is all right. I wasn't blown away by it. It's good, but I like the creamsicle one better that he's gonna have next week.
Yeah, definitely. So Kevin, you are up.
All right. So I have a collaboration beer here. This is with Coronado Brewing and Maui Brewing. I haven't had Coronado beer in a long time. I first found out about them in Angel Stadium. They had a couple of theirs on draft. This is called the Tropical Tide IPA. I didn't see a IBU, but it's 6.5%. Mm-hmm. And I always got to get a good collaborations. This is cool, and it has a West Coast hop aroma, and it's a blend actually of American and New Zealand hop varietables. So that's good, along with some. Ooh, here we go. We got pineapple, mango, stone fruit, citrus, and pine. Wow, I got a lot of. Looking forward to trying this. And if you don't mind isolating me, let's see what we got here.
All right, let's do it.
Let's see here. As I imagine it could be. Oh, look at that. There it is. And there it is.
Oh my God, that is awesome.
Thank you, Chad. Looking forward
to
hang on, let me just do this right now. Why not? Let's fill it up. Oh shoot, I'm spilling a little bit. Okay. All right, thank you, Michael. What do you got for us this week? What do you to share? Okay, look at that.
All right, so let me switch this back. Oh boy,
looks like I almost overflowed it. So I'm guessing I'm like, this will hold a pint, and I'm like, nope, the phones are at the top.
Yeah, so I put my the 12 ounce can in there, and it filled it up pretty quick.
It the same size?
Yeah, I believe so.
I think they're all the same size. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so let's do.
Let's give it the 12 ounce. I thought it was gonna be a 16.
Ooh, that looks good.
Yeah, so my beer is the Cool Kids Juicy IPA from Calicraft Brewing in Walnut Creek, California. And the reason why, I thought that I remembered this name, and I'm like, oh, this is, first of all, like I love like the little logo with the bear with the barrel. So, but when I looked it up, I'm just like, oh my gosh, like what I do usually when we could travel, is I would actually look ahead on my route and I'm like, oh, what breweries are where we're going, right?
Yep.
So we were coming back from Portland one time, and we were coming back through not San Francisco, but more like through Concord, I believe. And so more on what the east side of
Right.
all that. So I actually had Calicraft Brewing on my route, because right next to it is a Mike Hess that's in Walnut Creek.
What a Mike!
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, so like it's
Mike Hess at any of the locations. Wow.
right. So I'm like, oh my God, I got to make it to this area. Of course, you know, the way that it goes, we didn't make it, but it is 7.2 ABV, 45 IBU. I'm loving anything that says juicy IPA.
So here, you want to get a laugh? I didn't realize there's a piece of paper inside the mug.
Oh no! Special surprise.
Just a special surprise. There's no surprise in here. All right. Well, I guess should I read this down? It says, "Swing for the fences. My name is Randall Thompson. I'm the founder of Dugout Mugs. From the moment I learned to throw a baseball, all the way up to getting paid to pitch professionally, baseball has always been a huge part of my life. Our beer and wine mugs, bat handles, shot glasses, and bottle openers can be found in major and minor league stadiums across the country, in retail stores throughout the U.S. and Canada, as well as our online store, dugoutmugs.com. There's your plug. I started this company to give back to the game that has given so much to me over the years, so thank you for your support." And now this is going to have to go in the trash, unfortunately. I thought you'd get a laugh out of that. There you go.
Yeah, bubble folks did it. All right, so let me.
That's the problem. I'm sober.
Yeah, exactly. This is just the start of the show, so everybody's laughing at you. Very nicely done.
Comedic moment.
All right, so I'm actually going to open this up. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. It's been sitting. Actually, I had to go to my post office box, and it was been sitting there for like a week. And Chad asked me, "Did anything get sent to your PO box?" I'm like, "I don't know."
No.
Yeah. So let's see here. Oh, and look at this. So this is the one that Kevin gave me.
Yep.
And there is the one. So I have like my bookends.
I was a little worried. I was like, uh-oh. I was the only one to be the exact same. Oh, that's
and
great.
There it is. One. That is awesome.
That's
so
great.
Chad, I mean, like,
cheers all across.
I hate to single people out, but Chad is our super fan that has he vaulted to number one.
I mean, number one on the charts, number one in our hearts.
I mean, you don't have to give us gifts to be a super fan. That's for sure. Actually, sharing our content, you'll be number one. Cowboy Jack is one of our number one fans just by his interaction. But
well, because we started looking too, you know.
So cheers to Chad M. Cheers to everyone in the chat. Thank you for joining. This is totally fun, and we get to drink beer and talk baseball. Yep. That's what we've done for ourselves. So salud.
Michael Mondragon, what is your hat? I wanted to ask what that hat is.
Yeah, and
I saw your Field of Dreams shirt.
Yes. So my shirt is the 30th anniversary of Field of Dreams when I went there last year, and this hat is the Missoula Paddleheads. So a minor league baseball team in Missoula, Montana. Now they're a rookie advanced. I'm sorry, they're a rookie advanced affiliate of the Diamondbacks.
Right.
And here is the travesty of this year's minor league season is it didn't happen.
Right.
So I actually have a couple other hats that I will debut in the following weeks of teams that didn't play. They actually changed their branding and it never happened. So actually I think that next week I actually got a hat of a team that actually got switched. I believe it's in the Frontier League, and it actually got swallowed up by Major League Baseball to be like a kind of a developmental league. So I can't wait to debut that one as well. So I have
that team is in the Pioneer League.
So many hats.
I'm trying to remember. Are they in the Pioneer League?
I can check really quickly. I know that's a good question.
That's like the Orem Owls. That's the Angels affiliate.
I think you're right on that.
Yeah, I should know. I used to collect minor league cards. You think I know all this stuff, right?
I believe they used to be the Missoula Osprey.
Okay.
Not to be
I'm a
confused
cool
with
man,
the
but
Will
like-
Ospreay.
Yeah. No,
Thank you, Angelo.
I do not like that man. No. All
All right, so let's get to it.
right.
This is this day in baseball history for October 20th. Now, this is going to be a fun one. I can already tell you.
Really?
Yes.
We're all thinking like, what's gonna be in October and surprise us?
Yeah. So Colin loved our mugs, and David did as well. And and got to put that Trash Panda hat in rotation. Absolutely.
I'm gonna have to get an Ormal's hat or something.
Yes. Come on, support those minor leagues. All right. October 20th, 1931, Mickey Mantle, the Commerce Comet, is born in Spavina, Oklahoma. The newborn's dad, a lead miner known as Mutt, names his son after Mickey Cochran, not realizing that the major league catcher's real name is not Mickey, but Gordon.
That's fantastic.
Yes. And my given nickname is actually Mickey. So like my parents and my family knew me as Mickey, and I was actually named after somebody that was in like World War II. But that did not carry over when I went to high school. So for some reason, people started calling me Mike.
Because I met your friends and they're all calling you Mickey, and I'm like, I know him as Mike or Michael. I was like,
exactly. So I have a lot of nicknames.
I figured Tony Bates will ruin your life, you know. So
yeah. Exactly. So no, I actually let's see, that would have been 82. It was actually okay. I didn't hate it as much as you would think.
Okay.
Yeah, because it got me attention from girls because girls love that song. So I'm like, okay, I'll take it.
Mickey,
Yeah.
Years old then that's a good time to have girls express any interest.
I was okay with it, even though it was kind of awkward.
Yes.
October 20th.
Look at the comments real quick from Bubble Bug.
Oh, look at that. I share the same birthday. Nicely done.
Very good. And you know what? Mickey Mantle has been a fan of this show, I think, because he enjoys, he enjoyed his beer and his liquor.
Oh, exactly. No, he was definitely a connoisseur.
I'm sorry. I'm like, oh yeah, he died of like liver cancer.
Yeah, well, he played hard and he partied hard. So
he really did.
Yeah.
That's one thing where Ball 4 really exposed all that too.
Yes.
But you haven't. I gotta get that to you. Forgot.
So October 20th, 1964, Johnny Keane, 3 days after resigning as the manager of the world champion Cardinals, replaces Yogi Berra as the Yankees field boss.
Wow.
So the new skipper of the Bronx Bombers will not fare well next year, leading the aging team to their first losing season since 1925.
39 years. Oh my God.
Yeah. So that's crazy in itself.
See, and people complain about the Mattingly years. My gosh.
Yeah, and if you go back in baseball history, it's like there's gaps like this because I remember like the Yankees weren't great in the 70s, right? So like everybody, but they were great at the end of the 70s. So
77 to 81.
Yeah, like when Steinbrenner took over.
Remember, they didn't go to the World Series for 15 years after that.
Right. So on the other side, October 20th, 1964, Red Schoendienst, a former player he was a great World Series player with the Milwaukee Braves, is named the Cardinals' new manager, replacing Johnny Keane, who resigned the following after the Game 7 of the Fall Classic. Wow. So and a victory over New York, no less. What's that?
The Dodgers just got a 2-run homer. Dodgers are up 2-0.
From who?
Cody Bellinger, 2-run homer.
All right, so we'll keep you all updated on the scores and stuff like that.
Is he baseball history? Cody Bellinger hit a 2-run homer.
Is he batting 420 yet?
Hopefully he is. Not yet.
Schoendienst will compile a 1,041 and 955 record for the Redbirds during 12 full seasons and 2 stints in 1980 and 1990 as an intern skipper, capturing a world championship in 1967 and a NL pennant in 1968. So he was actually, I was trying to think, like, is there another, only person I can think of is like Joe Torre, maybe? Like, can you guys think of a player that became a manager that had like, Hall of Fame, credentials and had as much playing as this? I don't know any current managers like that. It's kind of changed in that respect.
You could say played, but it's not like he played a long time either. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And you mentioned Yogi Berra. It wasn't like he did really well. Billy Martin was a good player.
Yep.
Billy Martin was a good player, but
like, who would be recent? Like, like for instance,
yes. I mean, Dusty Baker had a good career. Bruce Bochy was good, not great.
Yeah. So
at the major league level managing.
Yeah, it's kind of switched in that respect. They not using.
But a great player being a great coach, because I mean, honestly, people would say like Ted Williams is one of the greatest hitters ever, but he was never. They found out he wasn't that great of a coach.
Right. Wow. Yeah, definitely. Like I mean, like if Derek Jeter eventually became the manager of the Marlins, you could say that he has that kind of acumen.
Right.
So October 20th, 1969, joining the AFL's New York Jets and the Apollo 11 astronauts, the Mets become the third group this year to be honored with a ticker tape parade on Broadway, which made me think, this was actually, just a little bit before I was born. But you don't see ticker tape parades. I always thought to myself, like, who has to clean this up afterwards? Like it's, and for those of you who don't know what a ticker tape parade is, basically people would be in the buildings and they would just literally throw papers out the window and, or tear papers up. So it kind of created like a paper.
I mean, you know what? If you look up, if anyone's ever seen, I think there was the ESPN 30 for 30 about that, the day of the OJ chase, and I think that day part of it was the ticker tape parade for the New York Rangers, who just won the Stanley Cup, and it was like a ticker tape style parade. So maybe that's more of a New York thing, because there's still parades for teams. Obviously not this year, but like last year, like the Raptors had an insane parade. In fact, like there was like a shooting that went on in one of the during it.
Oh man,
Oh man, yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to take it down.
Yeah. Kevin bringing the goodness.
Oh yeah,
brings us the Dodger home run and brings us the shooting. Nicely done, Kevin.
Well, never mind.
October 20th, 1982, on his 29th birthday, Keith Hernandez hits a game-tying 2-run single off Bob McClure in Game 7 of the Fall Classic in the Redbirds' eventual 6-3 victory over the Brewers at Busch Stadium. This is very interesting for a couple of reasons. Obviously, because it was his birthday, Game 7. But Hernandez and McClure, who lived at home 100 feet from each other, growing up in Pacifica, California, were teammates in Little League and Terra Nova High School baseball team.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was I vaguely remember that, but and I also want to make mention of this. So if you're watching us on YouTube, at the very top of the comments is a pinned comment. So there, I've created a Beer Baseball Blogcast references for today. So It's October 20th, 2020. It's a whole playlist. You can actually watch this. Of him singling off Bob McClure. You could watch the ticker tape parade. And subsequent things that I will show you is actually in there. So definitely check that out.
See, and here I was getting ready to say, oh, look at you. You have to bring up the Cardinals winning a World Series on this day. Which fights Keith Hernandez's first World Championship, because he got a second one a few years later.
One thing that I'm going to put out there right away, Kevin,
yes, sir.
Is I may be a Cardinal fan, but I'm a bigger baseball fan.
So
I'm not going to be self-indulgent and just put over my teams. But obviously, stuff like this is amazing.
Or even the next slide to be something with the Cardinals winning the World Series like 2000.
So the next slide is actually very interesting.
Oh no.
October 20th, 1988, the Los Angeles Dodgers become the world champions when Oral Hershiser limits the opposition to 4 singles in Game 5 of the World Series and beats the A's 5-1. So obviously, this was the last time that the Dodgers won the World Series.
And Hershiser was insane that year.
Yes, he was. He had like 55 innings or something like that of straight shutout. Yeah.
And that was a record. The interesting thing about that record was the guy who had the record previously was Don Drysdale, who was actually the Dodgers commentator. So
That's
he was
right.
like right there as Hershiser was chasing the record, and that became a fun part of watching or listening to Dodger games. I believe he was the TV announcer. So you're watching a Dodger game, you're getting Drysdale's thoughts right as Hershiser's beating his record. I think you're right, 55. And as far as I know, that record still stands. And obviously it carried over to the playoffs.
So the right-hander who also won Game 2 is named the most valuable player of the Fall Classic, Angelo Trinidad. What is Orel Hershiser's nickname?
The Big O.
I like that.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me.
I like that. That might have been Ron Jeremy's nickname for those fans out there. No, I'm just kidding.
I tried to give him a clue, but you didn't hear me.
So his nickname, Kevin, what's his nickname?
The Bulldog.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
Unfortunately, I had to know that.
October 20th, 1990, the Cincinnati Reds complete their World Series sweep, beating the heavily favored Oakland A's. So the Dodgers beat the A's. The Cincinnati Reds 2 years later beat the A's at Oakland Alameda County Coliseum 2-1. Jose Rijo, with his 9th inning help from Randy Myers, goes 8 1/3 innings to earn his second win in the 4-game series. So they swept them. The Reds were the first NL team to go wire to wire. That means from opening day to the World Series, wire to wire in a 162 game schedule. So that is amazing.
That was so insane when that happened, because it's like everyone's just like watching, like, what's going on? Because like Billy Hatcher was like insane that series. I believe he won MVP. He like destroyed the A's. Like the A's had like Dave Stewart, who was like amazing in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But whatever happened, for whatever reason, Jose Rijo, and I don't even know if I can name one other pitcher. Did they have like Rob Dibble in the bullpen?
Rob Dibble was on that. Yeah. I'm trying to think of myself.
The bullpen was like a hot bullpen. I remember that was like a big thing for them.
Yep. And so I always thought that if Cincinnati Reds fans and Dodger fans, Cincinnati Reds could say, hey, we've won a more recent World Series.
Oh,
can you believe that?
And they both beat the same team, the A's.
That's right. That's right. And it was those stacked A's teams too.
Yeah,
stacked with something else, but
yeah. I don't know. I don't know,
brother. It's all chicken and rice, brother.
That's right. Exactly. As Lex Luger said on a interview one time, I think it was on Good Morning America. He goes, "All natural here, baby." Yeah, right. So October 20th, 1992, in Game 3 of the Fall Classic, the Blue Jays, if not for a missed call, would have turned the second triple play in World Series history. Now, Kevin, in the background, you can look up what the triple play was. That it was actually, I totally forgot to look it up.
I'm too busy trying to identify this player, and I think I know who it is. Believe it or not, I believe
go for it. Who is this player?
Is that Devon White?
It is Devon White. Nicely done. But it didn't happen. So the triple play didn't happen because umpire Bob Davidson sees it differently. Shocking. Although the video of the play clearly shows that the third out should have been called.
Wow.
So here is Gruber tagging out Reggie Sanders for the third out. Obviously, he didn't have a great view. Obviously, he didn't have a great view of this. Gruber's looking at the foot. The umpire's looking at the foot. I'm not sure who Lee is actually, but he's also looking. So sure. 3 people have it, and the call was safe for some reason.
So they said he missed the tag?
No. Oh, I'm assuming that he missed the tag. But here's where it happened.
Clear.
So Terry Pendleton is actually called out for passing Reggie Sanders on the bases after Devon White makes an outstanding grab in center field.
Okay.
And then they threw the ball back into the infield. They threw it to first, which they tagged first, which they didn't need to do actually because they had passed. So that Terry Pendleton was out.
Okay.
So then they threw it back to third, and then they got Reggie Sanders here, obviously, for the third out. Video replay clearly shows the third out should have been called. And this video is actually on the references.
Is that the umpire in question?
Sorry?
Is this the umpire in question in the picture?
Yes, it is. Oh
And
yeah, of course. That's the guy who made the call. Yeah, that's the guy who made the call.
He couldn't see that.
I could. It's inconceivable, like how he didn't. It would have been overturned in today's game, but I mean, remember,
He's like, you know what? Look how his eye line. Maybe he's looking at a girl behind the outfield fence.
I think he was confused by the
race was flashing to try to distract the umpire.
The only thing I can think of, if you watch the footage, is that he thought that the other player was the player that passed him. That's the only thing I can think of. That he was already out. So that, but then again, he called him safe. So anyway, watch the footage. You'll be mesmerized by the stupidity of it.
I got to figure out. But Reggie Stamps was a quick guy, though, so that might have, maybe that's why he missed it, because he's a quick guy for sure.
Speaking of the Braves, October 20th, 1996, Andrew Jones, who is 19 here, by the way, becomes the fourth rookie in baseball history to hit 2 home runs in the same World Series game when he goes deep in twice in Game 1 at Yankee Stadium. The Atlanta Braves center fielder joins Charlie Keller, Tony Kubak, and Willie McGee in accomplishing the feat. The Yankees would actually defeat the Braves 4-2 in the series, so it didn't matter.
I get up and laugh at that because I'm like, you think of guys who do that, and that's not the list I would expect to see. You know what I mean?
Not a bit. Not a bit.
Tony Kubak was no more later. He was a TV. He was an NBC TV commentator for baseball in the 80s and 80s. Yep. And Willie McGee, you don't think of him for power at all.
No, but if you look back at him, he was. I mean, he was a great hitter. Actually, that's why La Russa brought him back when he was during his tenure. So this is during the Whitey Herzog years.
Okay.
So our next one is what we're going to end with is like it was awesome, and it's not for the next slide, by the way.
Okay.
So on October 20th, 2012, the Red Sox select John Farrell as their new manager to replace fired Bobby Valentine, who was let go the day after the season ended after piloting the club to a last place finish in his only year in the Boston dugout. Now, Farrell actually won a World Series title with the Red Sox in 2007, and he would win another one in 2013, so a year after this. So why let
the guy go? Then they bring him back. That's really bizarre.
Right. I never understand that, but it happened. So this isn't so much for John Farrell as it is for Bobby Valentine. Yeah. So let's go back and look at Bobby Valentine.
Yep. Oh, look at that guy.
So he surprisingly started with the LA Dodgers in 1969. He came back with them in 71 and 72. He was actually a California Angel from 73 to 75. Played with the Padres from 75 to 77. With the Mets for 77 to 78, and actually finished with the Seattle Mariners in 79. This is his 1980 card.
Look at that hat, man.
So cool. So he actually became the Texas Rangers manager in 1985. I'm trying to remember he was actually a minor league, I think with the Tidewater Tides potentially.
Well, that would be, you're talking about the hat there?
No, this is Texas, but okay, I'm saying
like Tulsa Drillers, maybe, because
no. I'm saying he was with the Tides. So.
Right. I'm just saying because that's a AAA team for the Mets. That's why I was surprised you go from the Mets to the Rangers, but
yeah. Sorry. So he was with the Rangers from 85 to 1992. So a pretty good chunk, right there. But then he went to Japan for a year. So he was with the Chiba Lotte Marines. Okay, so he was there for and he was the very first American manager of that team. So he didn't. He actually clashed with management, so he left. So if you remember 2001 for the Mets, he was actually the manager of the Mets from 96 to 2002.
Yeah.
So right after that, he went back to the Chiba Lotte Marines in 2004. And so on October 17th, 2005, led the Marines to their first Pacific League pennant in 31 years. Then the Marines they actually won the Japan series in a 4-game sweep over the Hanshin Tigers for the first time since 1974.
Oh no, the Hanshin Tigers. Oh no.
So it could be the curse of the Colonel. So which we will talk about in later episodes. So And actually, Benny Akbayani was actually on that team, if you remember who that player was. And then after this, so this is 2005, he actually open challenged the Chicago White Sox to a series that never happened, which they won about this time too. So I have to find a can of Bo beer here on eBay at some point.
Amazing.
Okay, so that's a lot right there. That's a lot to unpackage, right?
I can have that beer. I'm going to drink that beer in my sleep. I mean,
Exactly.
It's probably regular Sapporo beer, but that is such a cool theme can. Oh, that's
all
great.
Right. So that was actually, for me, not the highlight of Valentine's managerial career.
Oh my goodness, where are we going?
The greatest Bobby Valentine moment was on June 9th, 1999, in the 12th inning of a 14-inning marathon with the Toronto Blue Jays. Mike Piazza is called for catcher's interference. Now, more accurately, now this footage is actually on our playlist. It's more accurately called a catcher's balk, which I had never even heard before.
I never heard that. Oh, I never heard it phrased that way. Yeah.
Okay. So think about it this way. The rule is, so this is rule 6.01G. The catcher or any other fielder that steps in front of home base without possession of the ball or touches the batter or the bat, the catcher is cited for defensive interference and the pitcher is charged with a balk. So essentially it's called a catcher's balk, but the pitcher is charged with it. So this happened because on a pitch out, he actually stepped in front of the plate to get the ball. And so the runner was stealing second. So, of course, Valentine was ejected. And there's actually on the playlist, there's actually Valentine explaining this whole thing of what happened. That he was having outs with management. They had fired all of his coaches. And so they said, like, oh, he actually went downstairs and someone said, like, what are you doing down here? And it was like one of the owners. And he said, like, well, go back up there. So he gave him like this, like, hat and glasses. But the actual mustache, do you know what the mustache is? And I haven't known this for years. And it's amazing to know what it actually is.
Is that eye black?
It is eye black.
Oh, so good.
I go, that's why it's so awesome. So unamused, Major League Baseball fined Valentine $5,000 and suspended him for 2 games. And the Mets went on to win 4-3. So there you go.
Good.
The last thing I will throw out here is Valentine is married to Mary Branca, the daughter of former Brooklyn Dodgers pitcher Ralph Branca.
Wow.
End scene.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh my God. Again, Ralph Branca, the man who gave up the shot around the world to Bobby Thompson. That is
there you go. There you go. So
here's the Bobby Valentine, please.
Salud.
I wish I had a Go beer for Bob.
All right.
Do it. Thank you for that.
So let's get into it's now time for Baseball Card Pack Wars. We are not sponsored by, but endorse getting baseball cards from Hall of Fame Baseball Cards in Arcadia, California, HOFBC.com. I just got some stuff recently that I will put on a video. These are the Pack War standings. I am in the lead with a 28-58 record. Kevin, not far behind me with a 26-56 record. Angelo, not far behind that with a 21-57. So a lot of parity here. So these are the baseball card Pack Wars rules. We're going to open our packs. A relic card knocks out 1 player of choice. An autograph card knocks out 2 players. Angelo just dropped off, but I'm sure he'll be back.
Maybe something just happened in the game. I'll just say
potentially.
Maybe
high number card wins in round 1 and 2. Let me get Angelo back in. And the first and second round, 1 point for a win. Third round, the wild card round, 2 points for a win. We reach into the bag of tricks and we get a pack with stipulations, and we all drink when we get a Brewers card. So let's go with Angelo. You're gonna go first this time.
All right, so let's start with Big League Baseball 2020.
All right. They got here.
All right, so we got Jose Barrios.
Exactly, Bubble Bug. I hope so too.
Zach
I want
Greinke,
breaking this mug properly.
Trey Turner, Jake Rogers, Ozzy Albies, Gene Segura, Paul DeYoung.
Oh, that's the orange. Very good.
This is the caricature Miguel Cabrera.
Eggs. Wow.
Mike Stanton.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
And Simba. Great action shot of Simba there.
That is good. It's too bad that might be the last time we see him like that. All right. All right. I pretty much already opened up my pack, so let's throw the wrapper out of the way. Highlight card of Justin Upton. Oh, sorry, Justin Verlander.
Oh my God.
Kate
Big
Verlander.
difference.
What do I call him? Let's see.
Mr. Kate Upton.
Yeah. Yes. Sorry. Jeff. I'm not even going to try it.
Samardzija.
Samardzija. Thank you, Samardzija. Ian Desmond. A man who is in contention to get his first world championship. Max Muncy. We got Mike Moustakas. Almost a Brewer. Sorry, not a Brewer any longer. All right, got 2019 National League batting average leaders. You know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Christian Yelich was the winner of that. Tayo Ketel Marte.
Yeah, let's do it.
And Anthony Rendon. So everyone drink up. Ah, that was good. All right, let's see here. See if I can get one more here. We got my orange is Reese Hopkins. Over there. I have a defensive wizard card of my old pal Nolan Arenado.
There you go.
Yeah, this guy award winner. He's won a couple awards. He's all right. You know, that guy's all right. Mr.
He has a
Trout.
bright future ahead of him.
I hope so. And Randall Grichuk. Yeah,
Yep.
Yelly.
Former Cardinal. So,
right.
yeah, I gave out a shout out to HOFBC at the very beginning.
Oh, I thought you did.
Yeah, I
You
did.
did.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I thought we did. Uh-oh. Well, just say it again. We got our cards. We usually get our cards from Hall of Fame baseball cards in Arcadia, California. HOFBC.com.
Boom. Nailed it. All right. So let's do it. All right. One of my favorites, former Tampa Bay Ray, Chris Archer.
I wish it was the Devil Ray.
Yes.
Actually, I still wish he was on this team. Need help him right now.
Big Pete Alonso, the polar bear. Come on, Pete. Keston Hira, Brewer, right there. Look at that, like action shot.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I was thrown off by the I saw the catcher in the play.
One of my favorite players of all time, if not my most favorite player, Albert Pujols. Marcus Stroman. Saw one of his biggest games actually when he won the World Baseball Classic for the United States.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Nomar Mazara.
When you say his first name, I'm like, Garcia Parra. Why do you have that?
Yeah. Get your beers ready. Doubling down with a orange variant of Christian Yelich.
Yelich. Nice.
There you
Very
go.
good.
Roll call. Juan Soto.
There you go. Nice.
Cool card. Shortstop Elvis Andrews of the Texas Rangers. Actually, he doesn't play for Texas anymore, right?
Oh, I thought that's
I
news
don't
to
think he
me.
does. And Bryce Harper. Okay, so that is it. So who went first? Angelo, do you win first?
Angelo did.
Yep.
What do you got, Angelo?
217, Zach Greinke.
Ooh, 217.
All right. Let's see here. Unfortunately, I can beat you about 3 of these cards, so I'll just show you my high. Should I show you my highest or my second highest? That's how confident I am this week.
Wow. Okay, go for it.
I'm gonna go my second highest first. Mr. Mike Trout's 285. Try to beat 285, and that's my second highest. Just saying.
Oh, that's your second highest?
Yes, sir.
So does that? So okay.
Show me what you got.
So
Come on.
I'll show you my second highest. Pete Alonso, 287.
Oh, that's nice because my highest is you actually beat me. My highest is Justin Verlander, 291. Well, I like this. This is going back and forth. I like it.
Well, wait a minute. Well, I'm gonna make you sweat on this one.
Uh-oh. That's all right. It's all good.
My highest is 290.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah. I'll take it though. I'll take it.
Kevin Lyon. That is very competitive.
I love
I
it.
thought I was doing well with that one.
I was just doing as a joke, and I'm like, oh wow, it actually got competitive. Good job.
All right, Kevin,
so
you're up.
Courtesy of Chad M, we got some pro reviews. I know I got one of these out of my our wild card grab bag, so I'm excited to get to open more of these. So I was like, ooh, these are like prospects. And I like collecting minor league cards later on in the 80s and early 90s. That was like my thing to get into. So it's cool to open up something like this. Let's see what we got. And I believe this is a low. This is not a lot of cards in this set. I think it's I think there's like 200 or so in this set. So let's see what we got here. There might be some people I'm not going to really be familiar with. Oh, I have a player from the Montgomery Biscuit to start off here. Vidal Brujan. I'll just say it's Brujan. Brujan. Look at that guy right there. Look at that. The Montgomery Biscuits. See, that's what I love to see. It actually has the minor league teams on here. From the Columbia Fireflies, we have Ronnie Mauricio. Oops, sorry.
Yep.
Oh, see, the thing is, I got to figure out, how do I know? We don't have a Brewers affiliate here. How am I supposed to know this?
Okay, I'll look it up in the background.
I'm gonna hopefully I'll be able to figure this out. I don't think Montgomery Biscuits are. I wish it said here, but oh well. Did you go to any AFL games last year, Michael?
Yes, I went to one.
Okay, because Brujan actually played in the AFL last year, according to the back of his card here.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of good players.
Okay, yeah, sorry. From the Myrtle Beach Pelicans, we have Braylon Marquez, pitcher. There he is, right there.
So that's Cubs.
Okay, good. Thank you for doing that. All right, I have here ready for flight insert card of Matt Manning from the Erie Seawolves, a team I've seen. So I believe a few years ago, at least, they were the Tigers.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the Tigers. It says in the back of the card here. From the ASL White Sox, Andrew Vaughn. Any relation to Ricky Vaughn? I don't know for sure, but he's a batter, so I doubt it.
So he's super new. AZL is like entry level.
Yes, it really is. Yeah. I was like, whoa. Another Erie Seawolf I have here, Isaac Paredes.
Cool.
That's AA ball. So we have a right here. Again, another rookie league team. This is GCL Rays, Seth Johnson, the Gulf Coast League.
Yep.
Right there. So that's definitely another short season team. From the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers, Max Lazar.
Okay, are you ready for this?
Yes,
Drink
sir.
up. Wisconsin Timber Rattlers, a Milwaukee Brewers minor league affiliate.
I was hoping. Do you know? I'll ask you when you're done. Do we know what city they play in?
Oh, that's I've actually seen them before. Wisconsin, I think. Oh shoot.
That's what I was trying to find out because it's not
Wisconsin Timber Rattlers.
Yeah, if you look it up for me while you're.
I'll look it up. Yeah.
Thank you. While he's doing that, Michael, can you open your pack, please?
Yep. All right. I love minor league stuff though. Like
Appleton.
Mike got it said here.
Appleton, Wisconsin.
Yes.
Appleton. Okay.
Which is also the hometown of Hornswoggle.
No kidding. Is that right?
Yes.
Wonderful.
So that makes sense because Appleton had a lot of teams over the years. I remember seeing having cards of the Appleton boxes, I think they were called back in the day.
So from the Lake County Captains, George Valera.
I saw the Lake County Captains. That would be the Indians, if I remember correctly. A-ball.
So this is one going to be easy. From the Oklahoma City Dodgers, Keibert Ruiz.
All right.
So these cards are totally cool. If you see right here, see where it's shiny, but then it's matte. Where the player is shiny. In printing terms, that's called spot UV. So it actually is a really super cool card.
Awesome.
I need to clarify something because not all these cards say pro debut on them. That might be something else to look up here. If you look through your pack, you'll see not all of them say pro debut. Like my Isaac Paredes says pro debut. I don't know why it says that for this year, but I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if he made the majors or not. Just throwing that out there.
So from the Lake Elsinore Storm, that's very close to you, Kevin. Luis Campesano, that's the Padres, right?
I believe so, yeah. Great stadium, very out there.
We saw him most recently in the NLCS. Christian Pache.
Oh,
I
nice.
actually saw him in the Arizona Fall League last year.
What team is that? The
Braves. It's actually the Gwinnett Stripers.
I just got thrown off by the region. Oh, so they're not the Gwinnett Braves anymore. Okay, I didn't know that.
No.
Right.
This is Luis Matos from the AZL Giants.
All right. Wow, we got some.
Oh my God, looks like a 12-year-old.
I know. Look at the helmet. Like the helmet looks bigger than is like huge.
Totally. This is Dan Jensen from the Eugene Emeralds.
Nice. That's from the Northwest League.
Yep.
Rookie league ball.
Yep. And this is from this is Glenn Allen Hill Jr. So
oh my gosh, that's awesome. What team is that? Oh, ASL Diamondbacks. All right.
Yep. Very good. Last but not least, Greg Jones from the Hudson Valley Renegades.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I just geek out over these minor league teams. Sorry.
I know. Cool.
All right.
Angelo, you're up.
And then we got to do our research. I hate these guys, Brewers.
All right. So we're starting out with from the Tulsa Drillers, Jeter Downs.
That name rings a bell. I might have seen him in single.
I think so too.
From the GCL Marlins, Victor Mesa Jr.
I want to know who Victor Mesa Sr. is then.
And there's also a Victor Mesa. Was it Victor Mesa Jr.? There's actually a Victor Mesa that is in the Marlins system.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
2 Victor Mesas in the same system. Wow.
Yep.
From the Bowie Bay Sox, Yusniel Diaz.
Yeah, that looks like Orioles for sure.
Yep. From the Kane County Cougars.
Oh, I saw him last year.
Christian Robinson.
Look at
that. That jersey is amazing.
Yeah. Cool.
So this is a Copa Diversión insert for Jose Gomez, who's from the Peleadores de Reading.
Oh yeah.
From Reading, Philadelphia.
Yeah. So but Reading has the largest Hispanic population by percentage in the state of Pennsylvania. Over 64% identify as Latino.
What?
No kidding. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's cool.
64% in Reading, PA. Who would?
I would never have thought that. That's great.
Simone.
All right, Carolina Mudcats, Aaron Ashby.
Oh, that's a Brewer.
Is it?
Yes, it
that's
is.
Right. You're absolutely right on that one. Carolina Mudcats.
I realized I should go to my first pitch app and look up Milwaukee affiliates.
So if you see the Biloxi Shuckers or the San Antonio Missions, those are the other ones.
Excuse me, the Rocky Mountain Vibes.
GCL Orioles, Adley Rutschman.
Yeah. That he was number one draft pick, right?
Oh, this is another one of those cards you were talking about, Michael, where the player is embossed, but the card is matte.
Yeah.
Those are cool. And Jordan Balasovic from the Fort Myers Miracle.
All right.
Nicely done. All right.
Oh, you really want me to go first? Because I really like my chances here.
Okay.
Because Mr. Vidal Brujan from the Montgomery Biscuits is PD 199.
Oh, geez.
Shite.
I was doing this a 200 card set.
No, 196.
Oh, ouch. Sorry, Angelo.
And I'm 189.
Oh, man. I got to think of a stipulation here.
Yeah.
All right. I got to think of a stipulation here. All right. Got to think of stipulation. All right.
Are you 2-0, Kev?
Yes.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. I got to think of stipulation here. Think about this. I can't. I was thinking World Series champions, but that'd be really hard to look up.
It would.
That would be fun, but
yeah, might take too much time.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. We're on a short leash here. All right, let's go most outfielders.
Perfect. Most outfielders.
And I got one of our Archives 2020. Now,
Nice.
mind you, I believe amongst us we have 6 of these left. There's an autograph in one of these 6. So
Right.
this can go over right now.
Yeah. Give you a walk-off right here.
Let's see. Let's see what I got here. All right. I start off with a pitcher, unfortunately for me, but Hall of Famer, Goose Gossage. That's a great card. I like that one.
Yeah.
Second baseman, Isan Diaz.
Yep.
Not working out. Pitcher, Max Scherzer.
Cool.
Pitcher, Blake Snell. Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Outfielder, Steve Piscotty. There we go.
Yeah.
Is my outfielder. We got another outfielder, Andrew Jones.
Yeah. Talked about him earlier.
Yep. Pitcher, John Means.
There you go.
And 99 Sweet Prince, Lee Mazzilli autograph.
Wow.
Bam! There it is.
Shite.
To tie back into minor league baseball, I saw Lee Mazzilli's son, Lee Mazzilli Jr., play in Erie, Pennsylvania. He was playing on the Binghamton Mets, I want to say, in like 2017, I think. But wow, Lee Mazzilli.
Wow, that's a cool.
Wow.
That's a great card.
How awesome.
Love it. I don't remember the year. Let me see if it says what year this is. I'm trying to remember what year this card is. It might say on the back here.
It's 79.
It's 79. Thank you, because it lists the entire career stats. But oh man, that's great.
Damn.
Sorry, man.
All right, so shut us down. We don't even have to open them, right?
Let me get my broom. Hopefully, like the Rays, will get a broom, and
There you go. Nicely done.
4-0.
3-1 Dodgers, but I'll take it. Sorry, guys.
Nicely done, Kevin.
Here.
Kevin, nicely done.
Thank you.
All right, so let's go to baseball trivia since Kevin shut us down. So let's test your knowledge of baseball. The game we're going to play is Who Am I? This is actually from Baseball's Best 1000, The Greatest Players of All Time by Derek Gentile. All right, so this player started with the Reds. He went to the Dodgers, went to the Tigers, back to the Reds, was with the Orioles, Cardinals, ended his career with the Giants. Born in Los Angeles, California, he was a 2-time All-Star, 1-time World Series champion, a Gold Glove winner 3 times, 2-time Silver Slugger Award winner, Roberto Clemente Award winner, and Reds Hall of Fame inductee. But also, I would say he was inducted, right? So,
Sorry, I'm thinking.
I'm trying to make these a little bit more obscure.
Oh, yeah. But if it's who I think it is, I won't say anything yet.
Wow, look at you, Kevin, right on it.
No, it took a minute, and I might be wrong, but it took me a minute.
Is this Ray Durham?
No,
That is an incorrect guess. That's a great guess, but no, it is not.
I was trying to think of players who ended their career in San Francisco. So,
but if it's who I think it is, I mean, God, I don't remember him playing with this many teams. That's the only reason I'm questioning it is.
Yeah. Does anybody in the watching? Do they have any comments? Maybe you can put out there. Without looking. Yeah, remember we're holding you to that. Do not look it up on Google.
I'm just gonna think. Do I have an autograph with this man? Because I think I might have met this man at some point.
Oh my God! If you have an autograph of this guy, that's. Is
God.
there anybody you can name that you don't have an autograph of?
There's plenty nowadays. Unfortunately, a lot of my autographs got lost. You go and imagine the autographs that got lost when my family moved. My Pete Ingebrigtsen autograph baseball, I should have kept it.
I'll let you guess again, Angelo, if you have any thoughts. You said Ray Durham.
Most known for being on the Reds in the late '80s, and
I don't have another guess.
It's really unfortunate because this guy could have been. If it's what I think it is, injuries really messed up his career, and I don't know. I think maybe he had other stuff going on, but
yes, yeah.
I'm trying to remember an old joke I heard about this guy. I don't know why it's kind of mean.
So I'll get to it. So The answer is, and he is number 297. Kevin, go for it.
I believe it is Eric Davis.
It is Eric Davis. Nicely done. So a very respectable, Major League Baseball career, almost 1,500 hits, almost 300 home runs, almost 1,000 RBIs, and almost 350 stolen bases. He became the first player in history to hit 30 home runs and steal 50 bases in a season, and did it in 129 games.
Wow.
10 years later, he was actually diagnosed with colon cancer. So he was actually when he was, I think it was either right at or because he was a Cardinal and he was just injury plagued.
Yeah. Oh no, that was his whole theme. I mean, I think there was drugs too, but like a joke out here, like, something that would be like, hey, what do it'd be like Clyde Drexler, like a basketball player. What does like Michael Jordan and Eric Davis have in common? They both play 81 games a year. Or 82 games
right. Yeah.
Out.
Yeah, that's
yeah. You know?
Okay. So 1987, he became the first player in history to do this incredible feat. 1997, obviously a setback.
Yeah.
April 2nd, 2007, it is on the playlist. Cincinnati Mayor Mark Mallory throws a wild ceremonial pitch in the Reds home opener. Eric Davis is the guy who never got the ball because basically the way that the mayor threw the ball, he almost threw it into the Reds dugout.
Oh, wow.
So you must see it. It is, when we talk about Baba Booey, when we talk about, 50 Cent, when we talk about anybody, Carly Rae Jepsen, anybody throwing that first pitch badly, this guy actually probably ranks 1, 2, or 3 in that conversation. And it's a must see. It's on the playlist. So check that out.
I'm excited to watch it when we're done tonight.
Yes, it's amazing. All right. The second player, let's do this.
Gosh.
So this player, he was a journeyman to say the least. Started with the Braves, 87 through 93. Went to the Reds for a year. The Cardinals from 96 to 98. The Phillies, the Angels, which actually surprised me because I don't remember him being an Angel. The Rockies and the Athletics in 2001. Padres, Athletics in 2002, 2003. Born in Victoria, Texas. 2-time All-Star, very much like Eric Davis. 2-time All-Star, Silver Slug Award winner. And one of the things that I remember is shortly after signing one of the richest contracts in club history for this team, he broke his right leg in an ATV accident.
See, that's why I should figure this out.
100% you should.
This is
how I remember him.
The accident doesn't help me, but there's only one guy I can think of who this could possibly be. There's only one guy I can think of, and I still might be wrong on this one. I got to think about it. There's only one guy I can think of. I can't believe I didn't know this guy played on the Angels, but
I don't remember him being an Angel at all.
Man,
any guess, Angelo?
It's just like what?
Wow. So what were you doing in? I didn't realize he was with the A's in 2001 and 2003. That's also another thing too. So he actually left. So he's been in California for a long time. Actually, all on West Coast as well from 2000.
How do I not remember the right leg thing? That's so funny.
Yeah, I would think I would be able to identify him based on that.
I know,
but I don't.
The only one I'm pretty sure I know who this is like I loved Dale Murphy as a kid. I didn't have TBS, but I didn't have cable till 1990. Because if you had cable in the 80s, you kind of had it, and you loved baseball, you would kind of love the Braves, even though the Braves were awful. But Dale Murphy's so good on this team, and this guy, who I think it is, you could see this guy rising up the ranks. Yep. And right in the late 80s, early 90s, this guy was awesome.
Yep.
And obviously, he broke his leg in an accident, and he didn't get to be with the Braves in their peak period when they won the World Series. So, Michael, when you're ready for me to tell you, like, pretty sure it is, just let me know. Is there any guess?
I want to know if Angelo has any guess whatsoever.
I have no guess whatsoever.
This is hard, and I might not even be right, but it's only one person I can think of who it is.
Go for it.
Ron Gant.
Holy cow, Kevin, bringing the heat.
So, okay, true story. That was going to be my guess if I had to guess.
Come on, just say it.
Yeah, you
Because-
gotta say it.
because-
Don't be afraid to be wrong.
Because my first guess for the previous one is like, that can't be Ron Gant because Ron Gant played for the Braves, most known for his time with the
funny.
Braves.
That's really,
So that's really funny that you say that. But yeah, I don't remember at all the ATV injury.
I didn't remember that either. I just knew he was. I didn't think United was that good, but I just remember being on that '91 team.
So I love all the interesting injury things like Ricky Henderson.
So who is the team that he signed with when he broke the ATV?
Braves.
Braves. Yeah.
So that was the richest contract at the time.
Look at 1991, back-to-back years, 30-30. That's why that guy was.
That's why, exactly.
That's
so
really
like he was a big part of their plans,
Absolutely.
and he screwed it up. And like his his stats are good, and much like Eric Davis. And so like that's why they're pretty similar on this list. So this is why this list is so amazing. And but you may know Ron Gant more from this.
Oh no.
So this is in the playlist in World Series Game 2 on October 20th, 1991. Kent Hrbek tags Ron Gant at first, falling back and pulling Gant off the bag as the umpire calls him out. Wow. No discussion, no replay, no nothing.
So wrestling
not even a protest by either of the managers, right?
No.
So you would think that Bobby Cox would have been on top of this one.
Yeah.
So
who's that first base coach? I almost thought that was Bobby Cox first.
I think that's Pat Corrales.
Oh my God, another former major league manager. How could he not be on that?
Exactly. I think they were on top of him. And actually in the video,
yes,
Tim McCarver and Joe Buck definitely like agree that like, yeah, there should be some sort of protest here.
Yeah.
And it was immortalized in a classic bobblehead, which I've always wanted to get.
How funny.
So John Talwar, a favorite here at the Beer Baseball Blogcast, actually has the one where Sid Bream is sliding into home past Spanky Lavalier. But this one, this one is one that he probably would not want to have.
No, he wouldn't want that. But, Kent Hrbek, a noted gigantic wrestling fan, so it looks like he's gonna get him and put him like an ankle lock or something. He's gonna get a leg hold lock. You know?
Yeah, it's one of those ones that you just look at and just kind of like marvel at in the amazement of the moment and what happened. All right, so that is the show we had for you tonight. These are all the places that you can see us. We actually are going to probably I'm going to try to debut some stuff, how you can support us, and through like affiliate links and some other types of things through our Etsy store. We're at the point where we actually can have our fans help us really determine where this goes. Chad, we can't rely on Chad M every time but he has been an outstanding supporter. But we're going to actually have a way that anybody watching can help us in the future. We've almost done this. Technically, we've done it for 6 months straight. We did a pilot show, and this is our 25th show. So 26 shows. Thank you, Angelo. Thank you, Kevin. This has been the greatest thing that has happened out of COVID. So this is something I've always wanted to start, and something that it's really close to my heart. So, and I know how you guys feel. You guys look forward to this every week. It gets better and better when I start learning about all this stuff, and I start like being able to apply all my super crazy nerdness towards this, and get to. I basically get to do a data dump on Angelo and and have him
get me on something, you know.
I try to actually every time I look up the the trivia, I go, Kevin's gonna know this right away. I don't know how he knows it. Well,
if you go back to earlier, you might get me. But I like your theme this week with Ron Gant and Eric Davis because those guys were so amazing at their peak, but they just never, it just didn't work out for them,
Well, imagine how much better this is going to be when we can actually physically get together and do stuff together again. So think about
100%,
that.
100%. So 2022, we're going to be all together.
That's
so get used. I hate to be that guy, but yeah. I said I possibly would kill a human being for a sushi dinner and some craft beer at this point. So
I'll bring you sushi, sir. I'll bring you sushi.
Not the same, man. It's not the same.
I brought you beer. I can bring you sushi. Just
I know. I want to eat it, in the restaurant. So wear your masks. GBLH.
Don't watch the baseball game because I see a bunch of Dodger fans wearing their masks. So I'm turning this game up right now because it's 6-1 Dodgers.
I know. Ew. I know. All right. So, Angelo, anything to plug?
No, I thank you guys for tuning in. 25 episodes strong. Next week, episode 26, we're going to kick it off with a fun fact about 26 episodes and the meaning of that. So I know, Mike, you know what I'm talking about. I don't think I smartened Kevin up to it, but thank you guys. We wouldn't be here and have done this long if it wasn't for your guys' engagement and support. I mean, we probably would have. It wouldn't just have been as fun. But yeah, thank you guys for everything, and we'll see you next week.
Great, Kevin.
I'm going to go on my usual rant. If you want to see what I'm getting into on Twitter or Instagram, if you have that, you can find me at Lock and Lull. That's LOKNLOLL. Or as you want to say, if you like beer, support your local breweries. We want them to stick around. Support your local business in general. Support Dugout Mugs. I bought Michael Mondragon mug, and now we have all these. Good small business support. Or if you like craft beers, like I said, support your brewery. Support your minor league baseball team. I say that every week.
Yeah.
Support your minor league team. MLB teams are going to be around. We want a team like the Missoula. What was their name again?
Paddleheads.
I want them around. I like the Missoula Osprey, but the Paddleheads, that's great. We want the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers. We want these teams to stick around. So, if you have a team, support their minor league team, please.
Definitely. Thank you so much. And we will not see you at the brewery. We might, but you won't see me. We will not see you at the ballpark because the only game is in Texas. But we will see you here next Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Thank you for joining us. We couldn't do it without you. Good night, everyone. Take care.